Guys, we need to have an open and honest conversation about Deontay Wilder. After watching that Deontay Wilder versus Tyrell Herndon fight, I was left confused as to what to make of that performance and the fight as a whole. But let's start with the positives and get that out of the way. The first thing was Deontay Wilder looked like he had the intention to get the knockout. He looked like he wanted to do something in that fight, which was really good, which is something that we have not seen in the previous fights where he lost against Yili Zhang, Joseph Parker, and so forth. And then secondly, Deontay Wilder used his jab very much in this fight, which was not impressive in terms of the jab, but it was good to see Deontay Wilder using something different to just the right hand down the pipe, which he's been doing most of his career. He sort of used the jab as a rangefinder, not a jab where he steps into it with a lot of technique, but a jab to really find a range and then throw that right hand. And it was, I guess, very good to see that Deontay Wilder was trying different things. And of course, given the opposition of Tyrell Herndon, who does not pose any threat, it is obviously very good for Deontay Wilder to work on things. However, the performance was not very impressive. Like, the performance is not one that is going to cut it at the highest level. I mean, if you're fighting guys like Tyrell Herndon, absolutely fine, you can have these sort of performance. But if Deontay Wilder wants to come into the elite level, the level that he used to fight before, then he will not be able to survive fighting the way he's fighting right now. That performance was not great. That performance is not a performance that is becoming of a fighter that is looking to get back into the top level. And, you know, I just, sometimes I think about Deontay Wilder and the fact that he's been in boxing for a very long time. Someone that has become a champion, someone that has defended his belt maybe at least 10 times. And for Deontay Wilder to be this bad, I sometimes find it really hard to fathom it. Like, seriously, guys, let's have an honest and open conversation. Like, I really find it hard to understand how Deontay Wilder has not improved in any other way. The whole thing about, you know, fighting and evolving as a boxer is when you're heading to the twilight of your career, your boxing skill are the ones that show the most, right? Those are the ones that bail you out, especially when you need something to bail you out in fights. And if you can move, if your footwork is good, if your boxing IQ is great, then you can survive in fights. But Deontay Wilder, it just boggles my mind that someone, you know, that has become a world champion like Deontay Wilder does not know how to survive in fights, does not have the fundamentals. And it's really, really strange to see him fight and to just look for one thing, that is the right hand down the pipe. It's like, what have you been doing the whole time that you've been a boxer? What have you been doing the whole time that you've been fighting at the top level? And of course, you know, the likes of Mark Brilliant have always said that Deontay Wilder does not listen. And it is very clear to see that Deontay Wilder has not learned anything since being a champion, since being a fighter for now over more than 15 years. And it showed in this fight when he's fighting a guy like Herndon, who did not come to fight, but really came to survive and run around the ring. Deontay Wilder's footwork was very lethargic. He was not very quick to get to the target. Yes, he threw a lot of right hands in this fight. He did. But, you know, there was no snap behind that right hand. That ferocity, that anger and emotion that Deontay Wilder used to have, you know, those bad intentions that Deontay Wilder used to have is not there anymore. And so even though he's throwing that right hand and getting his shots off, there's no snap, there's no pop behind it. And therefore, Herndon was able to take it. In fact, he did knock Herndon down, but I think that was mainly because of, you know, exhaustion, really, from Herndon. Not because Deontay Wilder was, you know, beating Herndon up and, you know, hitting him with right hands and hurting him. It was just because Herndon was just overwhelmed and doesn't probably have the stamina to be in there, running around the ring and doing all those things. So look, I really don't know what to make about Deontay Wilder. But one thing that I know for sure is that Deontay Wilder is not the same fighter that he used to be. It can't be. Because he can't be this bad, if you think about it. I mean, going from Mark Breland to Malik Scott, who was supposedly his friend. Malik Scott is a decent fighter, but I don't know what Malik Scott could have done to Deontay Wilder. And the thing is, he could have learned a lot from Mark Breland. Mark Breland was the guy that Deontay Wilder could have learned so much from, because Mark Breland was a fantastic fighter in his own right, on his own day. And this is someone that he could learn from. But of course, Deontay Wilder wanted people that will stroke his ego and really make his head swell. And those are the people that he wanted around him. And didn't really put the effort and the energy into learning boxing. And at this stage of his career, where he feels like he can still fight at the highest level, I just don't see it. He just is not the same fighter anymore. I mean, he hasn't been a fantastic fighter. But at least Deontay Wilder was exciting. Deontay Wilder was throwing that right hand with bad intentions. And one thing that stood out to me in this fight was the reaction of the people in the comment section, the fans, the people that paid to watch boxing fights. A lot of people didn't seem to care anymore about what Deontay Wilder does next. Like, a lot of people in the comment section were like, yeah, Deontay Wilder's my guy, but I think he's done. Like, nobody's saying we want to see Deontay Wilder fight Joshua or Usyk, or we want to see Deontay Wilder fight Joe Joyce, or we want to see Deontay Wilder, come back and fight, a rematch with Joseph Parker. Like, nobody seems to really care about what Deontay Wilder is going to do next, because it is not exciting anymore. The fire is gone. The boxing IQ and the ability is not there. So there's nothing for Deontay Wilder to hang on to. And it's really strange to see a guy in there that is trying his best, but he just doesn't have it anymore. And now, if you put Deontay Wilder in there with any top 20 fighter, because Tyrell Herndon is not in the top 60 or even top 70 best heavyweight in the world. If you put Deontay Wilder in there with the likes of Johnny Fisher or Dave Allen or Joe Joyce, anyone, any decent fighter, at this point, I believe they would absolutely destroy Deontay Wilder. I think any decent fighter will get rid of Deontay Wilder, will smash Deontay Wilder to bits, and basically retire him. And I don't think that Deontay Wilder should continue fighting, because I don't think, well, he can fight. He can continue to fight. But at this level, right, at the level of Herndon, absolutely. He's not getting any challenge back. He's not being pushed. He's not being hit. Herndon was in there to survive and to get a payday. And so if Deontay Wilder wants to fight at this level, then that's absolutely fine. But if he steps up into the top 20, top 15, I believe Deontay Wilder will get absolutely demolished. And so look, I don't know what to make of Deontay Wilder, because I think he's done. I think the time is up. I think the fire is gone. Ayahuasca, all these things that Deontay Wilder was doing, he's just not the same fighter anymore. He's had a good career. Surely he's made some money and he can go out there and really do something else. Maybe invest in sports, invest in real estate, just do something else. But just being in a ring against top fighters at this stage, where he doesn't have the fundamentals to back himself in the ring, is very dangerous. And I don't think Deontay Wilder survives in the ring with any top fighter. But you guys get in the comment section and let me know what you think about Deontay Wilder. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Do you think he's got something left in at the top level? Do you think he should fight a top fighter? Do you think he should retire? What do you think? What do you make of Deontay Wilder at this stage of his career? My name is Bright. This is the Bright Show Podcast Boxing. If you enjoy boxing content, then please don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments in the section below. I'll see you guys on the next one.